Let's get to it.
Afford to go out to eat, we'll just make it at home. Well, now it costs just as much to make it at home. What the fuck? Am I supposed to use milk for my Alfredo? Do you know how, oh my god, $9 for a quarter whipping cream, 10 if you count taxes. What the fuck?
Y'all ever feel like you're living at work and visiting home? I got so many miles on my work socks, I'ma really need that new pair for Christmas. This economy's crazy, man. Back in the day, you could get a house for a half-eaten Snicker bar and a pack of gum. Nowadays, you could barely afford a studio apartment with 3 jobs. Groceries are so damn expensive, all I'm having for dinner is water and fresh air. But for real, y'all, I know y'all hustling out there, trying to stay on that grind as hard as it is. Keep on keeping on, and y'all be safe.
Bro, the older generation really telling niggas that it's okay to be broke, homeless, in debt in your 20s because you're just starting to write your story. Bitch, I don't want to do nothing when I'm fucking broke. Why do y'all think we not having babies? Bitch, I'm poor. I'm poor. I'm below the means of average. You want me to have a child? You want me to be socially active? You want me to go out to nightclubs with this? Nigga, I'm struggling. What are you talking about?
Okay, real quick. I live down at the lake. Okay, I live around a lake. I've born and raised here, whatever. And I can never figure out how in the hell people can afford nice ass trucks. Like, I'm talking about lifted, everything, all the bells and whistles, okay? A nice ass boat, okay? And jet skis. How the fuck in this economy are you affording all of that? Plus vehicles.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
it beats me.
Whatever. But still, and then you got other.
Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back to Tiffany Rose, guys. I'm feeling so much better, man. I was out sick, feeling horrible. I caught the flu, but enough of that. I'm glad I'm back to giving y'all these videos on the economy. And right now, we talking about people just struggling in general in 2025. How y'all affording to live with everything so high in these streets? How? I don't get it, but we want to know.
Other cars that your wife drives, whatever, and then you live in a nice house. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? If y'all are slinging drugs, just fucking say it and let a girl in. Okay.
Guys, I don't know if lately any of you have been noticing this. Me, I observe a lot. This cost of living is really bringing out the ugly side of a lot of people. From what I've seen, I've just noticed this behavioral shift, especially in men. Emphasis on not all. Listen, not all, but just based on what I have seen with some. Chivalry has now got to the point that it is flatline dead. It does not exist anymore. It's like, the best things in life are free, such as manners, decorum, and respect. But it seems like these tough times have now birthed this princess pandemonium. Back in the day, women could stand up and men would get up without no hesitation. Nowadays, men look in the eye like this. Even today at work, I opened the door for someone because I just wanted to be nice. He looked me dead in the eye, blinked twice, and didn't even say thank you. I get it, we're all miserable, myself included. But let's channel that energy to people who caused it, alright? Take it easy.
They didn't forget to raise your wages. They planned it that way. Since the 1970s, worker productivity has skyrocketed. See, you've been doing more with less every year. Meanwhile, your paycheck barely budged. Where did all the extra money go? To CEOs, to stock buybacks, to corporate bonuses. They squeezed every drop of value out of your labor, but they didn't give you anything back. And now, they pretend to be shocked when people are struggling to survive. They ain't shocked. I tell you, that's a feature of the design. For you to struggle, because while you're struggling, you won't pay attention to what's really happening. If you're still working harder than ever and constantly falling behind, comment enough and share this with others so we can wake up the timeline.
Let's just talk for a second about how much our economy sucks. We're gonna do some math real quick on something that's gonna shock you that you don't even realize. So there's 168 hours in a week. Last week, I worked 6 days and 10 hours a day. That's 60 hours. And because the economy is so bad, I also DoorDashed for 30 hours last week on top of the 60 that I worked at my normal job. So that's 90 hours between DoorDashing and working that I spent trying to make some money last week.
Man, let's just pause right here. Buddy said he worked 90 hours. Don't tell me Buddy ain't tired. 90 freaking hours just to make it. The body is tired at this point. The body is worn down, beat down, exhausted at this point. That is crazy. But let's keep going.
So then everyone says, well, you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep every single night, right? So if you take your 8 hours of sleep times 7 days, that's 56 hours that you should be sleeping on average every single week. So now, out of the 168 hours you have in a week, between working and sleeping, you're at 146 hours. So that's 22 hours for the whole week that you can use for your leisure where you're not sleeping or working. And that comes to 3.14 hours per day that you can use for your free time. That's pie amount of hours. And you know what you could do with that pie amount of hours every day? Nothing, because you never have any effing money.
I think what pisses me off the most is when people say like, oh, I double back, but it didn't work out. And sometimes I do wonder why. Why did you double back and it didn't work? What was you doing in the time that it was double? What were you doing in that time of the space of you and that person that when you double back it did not work? I don't get it. And like maybe it's like, okay, y'all not compatible, but you should have thought about that before you double back. Like that, all these things should have ran through your mind before you double back. So I feel like when you find, like when you all do meet up and y'all do double back, everything should be talked about. And not like, oh, what'd you do while we was on a break? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Talk about like how we gonna move forward. What are the things? Are we aligned within our goals? Are we aligned with everything? And then you like, okay, cool, let's date. Niggas be doubling back and don't have no go. Y'all just be fucking having fun and vibing out. Bruh. That's a waste of fucking time to me. Are you dumb? Are you serious?
Thought I'd hop on here real quick and just talk about something that's been on my mind. It's been weighing heavy on my mind today, especially. Does anybody else feel like life right now is just so darn hard? Like, incredibly hard. Not just the grocery prices, which we all know are crazy expensive, the utilities, the cell phones, gassing up the vehicles. It's all so darn expensive right now. It's enough to make anybody depressed, especially me. I hate the feeling of feeling like I'm failing in life, and not like as a parent, not as a wife, just in general. It's all just downright depressing right now. I don't know. And I feel like people are posting and it seems like their life is perfect.
Pretty cool, huh? That's the laser strike system from us here at Vanish. This little bullet drops into just about any gun.
Is it really though? I call some serious bullshit on that. Sorry for the language, but come on. Things are just so hard and it can't just be me, right? Just a thought. Bye.
I just need a moment to just say how much it sucks living in this economy. Like, it just sucks. Just trying to make rent. Trying to make a livable wage. Afford medications. All of it. It just all sucks. And I'm just having a hard time. And I know I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of us. So, just looking for some people that understand.
As I'm going through my For You page right now, I noticed a lot of people are talking about a recession, and I just want to know, like, where is your stand on it right now? Like, what are you doing? I noticed a lot of people saying they're, like, deleting Peacock, Hulu, Disney Plus. I see a lot of people saying they're doing, like, $7, like, meal prep things. Like, out of curiosity, like, what are you doing? Are you budgeting more? Are you trying to save? I notice people are like, I'm investing in gold, I'm saving a lot of cash. Even though I feel like for the average person, some of those are very hard. Like, some people are like, you know, invest in gold, invest in the stock market, but we can barely pay electricity. I just paid $518 on electricity. I don't have a lot of money to be throwing into a stock market, even though people are like, you need to learn how to budget. I'm a very tough budgeter. If you follow me, you know that. But I honestly just want to know, like, where's your standpoint on the recession right now? How are you feeling about it? I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, because I've never really been through a recession, but I would like to hear like your tips on what you're going to do during the recession. Maybe it will help somebody else out when they see your comment.
Bro, I told my coworker I wanted to go to Miami, and I'm here. Like, I'm already here, and they're like, oh, like, well, do you got Miami money? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Bro, tell me why I got this itty bitty salmon sandwich and orange juice for $24.
That's a lot, chat.
I literally almost thought that they accidentally charged me like a higher price. Y'all, this is my first day out here. Like, what am I gonna do? I literally just landed like 2 hours ago, bro.
I know that some people are out here struggling just to make it through the day, to buy groceries, and to put food on the table. It's real, and the economy hasn't been so kind, and sometimes it feels like the weight of it all is just too much to bear. And for some people, social media isn't just a place just to scroll and connect. It's become a lifeline to others and a real chance to create income and build a financial future.
She talking like that, like she a robot, like she's reading off a teleprompter. Blink twice if you need some help.
Especially when traditional options feel out of reach. But starting can be overwhelming, and it's easy to doubt yourself. If that's you, know this, and that your story truly matters to others. You matter, your voice matters, and there is a way to make this work just for you. Even when it feels impossible, it takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes patience. It's definitely worth the fight, and no, you're not alone. So many are grinding behind the scenes and showing up daily, learning, creating, and building something that can change their lives for their family, their children, and for themselves. It won't be instant, but every single step that you take forward is progress. If you're here trying to just figure it all out, keep going. Celebrate the small wins and lean on communities that support you. And don't forget to take care of yourself through it all and recharge your batteries. You deserve abundance and peace even in hard times. Keep believing and keep creating, because your breakthrough could just be one video away.
All right, you guys, so we are living in an economy where things are really hard for people. People are just trying to navigate the day to day. The price of living is going up. Everything is just so crazy right now. On top of that, people are dealing with silent battles that they're fighting every day. Mental health issues, depression, all kinds of things that are beyond their control, but they're navigating it and they're figuring it out. With that being said, stop making everything so personal. Stop making everything about you. Extend grace to people. You never know what people are dealing with. And oftentimes we are too quick to make something personal and make it about us. They didn't text me back. It's just that. They didn't text you back. Stop creating a cycle of negative thoughts, making it about you, and then you're projecting your insecurities onto other people because you're stuck in this negative cycle of unhealthy thoughts without even communicating and properly addressing issues. With all of that being said, you guys, check on your people. Life is short. If they don't respond, they don't text you back immediately, don't always make it personal. Oftentimes we are too quick to cut people off and cancel people just because they didn't respond in a way that we wanted them to, when really they may just be dealing with life.
I had to stop doing that because a lot of times I'd be like, I know I just text this girl. She ain't text me back. Well, you did. But that ain't always the case. So I stopped doing that. But I sure was guilty of doing that. Like sitting right here just going off. You don't text me? Fine. But then you have to respect. You don't know what folks going through. Like she said, man, folks are just really. A person cannot be responding to your text because they really sitting there sad, or they worried about their car they gotta fix, or they don't feel. I just came out of sickness. Okay, I just came out of true sickness. I'm talking about couldn't even walk. If you look at my community post, I put on my post, "Hey guys, I'm so sick. I'm really ill. I'll try to make videos next week. I can't even walk. I couldn't even walk, y'all." So people be dealing with stuff, and I'm dealing with that. And I'm just now feeling better. It's August the 16th. It's my daughter's birthday. It's been 2 weeks before I was even able to get on camera and make another video. That's how sick I was. So you don't know what nobody going through. So if somebody could have had text me, you wouldn't go get no text back. I'm sorry, my baby in the background. Jesus. You wouldn't go get no text back because I got a lot going on. It's trying to get better, trying to heal. Medicine expensive. I gotta pay out of pocket for my medicine and my doctor's visits. So it was a lot. So man, don't make it always about you. Don't if you got that habit, you can change that habit. Cause I had to change it. I used to be like that, but I ain't like that no more.
Let me just say this. Don't try to fight me because I know how y'all like to tussle. But this world is messed up. Because how is it fair that people that do nothing, absolutely nothing all day, but sit on their ass, nothing, don't work, don't try to work, don't want to work, but still they can sit here, the ones that get food stamps, rental assistance, all these extra assistance, when you're not even putting in the effort. But then you got single mothers out here working 2-3 jobs and still can't afford all their bills and all their groceries and stuff, and they don't get no help, they don't get no assistance. Like, how is that fair that you actually got somebody out here trying to do better with their life, trying to take care of their kids, compared to somebody that don't even try to get a job? They just want to sit at home because you get all these benefits. Don't try to fight me because y'all know it's true. And at the end of the day, like, the cost of living and stuff is crazy out here. Like, back in the day, you can get a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, $345. Nowadays, they're asking you to pay $1,200 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. But then they don't want to up your pay at these jobs. People are living paycheck to paycheck to try to take care of their kids, and the first thing they say was, don't bring all these kids into the world. You knew what was happening. You should have been married before you have kids. Pause. It's a lot of people that's married and got kids and still struggling. And they're still single mothers. And the man don't help them. So what's marriage gonna change? Now, don't get me wrong, not all marriages like that, but majority of marriages you see, the woman is still doing everything. But then the ones that sit out there on their ass on Section 8, get all these free things and don't do nothing. So I'm confused. Like, the world's so backwards and behind. Like,
y'all, I come to the realization that after living on the East Coast for a month, I'm going to have to get a part-time job. So, y'all know I left Maryland a year ago to go to Texas. And when I was living in Texas, I was making more money. Y'all know Texas doesn't have any state income tax. And so I was able to save more money, do more things. But when I moved back here a month and a half ago, even though I'm making the same amount of money, I'm getting taxed more. And so I'm not able to put as much money away as I want to. And I'm not able to spend like I want to. So I say all that to say, I'm about to give me a part-time job. I think I want to be a bartender or go back to serving. I was doing that when I was in college. But when I moved here, I also want to ensure that I'm paying for my safety as well. So I'm paying $24.50 for a 1-bedroom, which is a lot of money to me, y'all. That's a lot of money. And typically I'm used to, 1,600. In Houston, I was paying $2K, but in $2K, that's a lot for Houston. And you get a lot of bang for your buck. That's like valet parking. I had to bar my lobby, the bells and the whistles. But up here on the East Coast, that's just a nice, decent apartment. And I like where I live, but this economy is trash. And so in order for me to pay off my debt, in order for me to live the way that I want to live, I'm going to have to get a second job. I can't just solely rely off my main income. And I'm going to have to figure some ways to be creative to make more money. Maybe I need to start posting on TikTok more consistently. But y'all, this economy is horrendous. And I like to save money and put money into my savings, but I can't do that living the way that I'm living now. So, y'all, what are some good restaurants in the DMV to apply and work at and make some money?
Ain't nothing wrong with that, honey. Some extra, always good for backup. Help pay some extra bills, some gas in the car, some repairs, some cushion for the pushing if something goes on. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yes, get that extra money in any way necessary. Make TikTok content, do all kinds of stuff, whatever you gotta do to get it right. Because ain't nothing like having your own bread and getting paid. I'm Tiffany Rose. I'm out. And I'll see y'all on the next video. I got a lot of work to do. And I'm back. Good night.